So here we are on the copyright.gov website, and here what you want to do, or what I do, is I always go down, well, I click forms, and I find the form that I use. There's two of them. There's an SR form for sound recording, and there's a PA form. Now, technically, most people that compose will tell you to use the sound recording form. But the truth of the matter is, out of the two, it really doesn't matter because once your work is copyrighted and someone steals it and you file a lawsuit and they go back and check the copyrights, they're just going to go to check to see if your work is protected. Simple as that. If it's filed under the wrong filing, they'll work it out, they'll fix it. But they will not discredit your copyright simply because it's on the wrong form. What I've always used and what works for me, I've been doing music for a very long time. I've been in court 3 times for copyright infringement. I've won all 3 of my cases. And what I use is the PA form. There's a short form and there's a standard PA form. I'm going to go over the short form with you because the short form kind of has directions and you can kind of read these on your own, but I just want you to use this form so you're familiar with it and you know what everything means. But I'm still going to show you what I put in to these categories. This portion of the copyright form here is used for the office. You don't need to touch that. Title of work, what I generally do is I name it a collection of songs. So I'll put something like, whatever name, collection of songs. So Greg Savage collection of songs, volume 32 or something like that. And the reason why I do that is because I don't copyright one song at a time because each copyright filing is $65 when you do it on paper. I copyright about 20, 30 songs at a time. Each song having its own name, but it's copyrighted as one volume. I remember someone saying on a message board or somewhere that it's not wise to copyright all your songs like that. Well, again, I've always done it that way. I've never had an issue, and it's cheaper to copyright a bundle of songs at once than it is for $65 per song. I think that's too much. Name and address of the author and owner of the copyright. This is pretty self-explanatory. You just plug in your info here. Year of creation. I always go back 6 months to a year from the date of the creation. So, for example, if I made some music last month and I wanted to copyright it this month, I would put the year of creation last year. That's just something I do for a little extra protection. It says if work has been published, date and notation of publication. You can publish your music online on your website or any of the SoundClicks or SoundClouds or whatever. There's no way for the Copyright Office to track where your music has been published. So I would just put today's date or whatever date that you want to put. It really doesn't matter. Type of authorship. If it's music, put it as music. If it's text, if it fits this criteria, then put that. If it fits this criteria listed here, but there's other criteria that it fits that is not listed, just go ahead and write the information down below. There's nothing wrong with that. Lastly, you want to put the signature, your signature, and then your name and address again. Plug in your name and address of where you want the copyright to be sent after it's been complete. Don't worry about this section over here unless you actually have some type of a checking account with the Copyright Office. The way I pay for my copyrights is I send in, well, before I pay for it, I make a copy for myself for my records, and I send Washington a copy, the Copyright Office. I send them a copy. I also send the payment in the form of a money order. I don't do a check. I don't do raw cash. I don't do a credit card. I give them a money order. If you have any questions or you think I didn't cover something or if I went over this a little too fast, just go ahead and rewind, watch it again. If you still have specific questions, please leave a comment below or contact me via email and I can answer any question you have in detail.